In this video, we're going to have a look at transforming the size selection, the color selection with swatches rather than drop-downs. As you know, when it comes to the mobile view, the drop-downs can be a problem and it just takes a little bit longer and gets a bit finicky with the selection depending on the phone that you have. So a better solution would be something like this, where you have nice big buttons that you can click on, much friendlier. The other nice thing about this is when I click on a size and I click on a color, you'll see that the item also changes. So in large, then we can have the blue or the green. In small, available to us is the green or the red, and then in the medium, available to us is the blue or the red. So as you go through each color or size, you'll see it gets quite interactive. You could stick with just clicking on large, medium, and small, or we could clear that and you could click on color and you can see the options available to you. Or if you want to be really interactive, you start to click on both and then it gets really interesting in terms of the selection. Of course, you can always clear and start again. And you'll also see that as you tap on an item, we have this tooltip that pops up just to confirm what it is that you're looking at, be it the color or the size. So that's really great. And now when I go to the desktop view, you'll see that it works in very much the same way. Nice and big, easy to select, makes for a much better and easier user experience. Now, this is a free plugin that I'm showing you here. So that just really means that when we look at the archive view of that particular product, we're not going to see any size variations available with each of those items. Now, if we just quickly then have a look at the name of the plugin, I'm going to head over here to plugins and I'm going to show you the name and who the manufacturer is or the developer is. And there we have variation swatches for WooCommerce. And here we can view the details. Now, one of the reasons for looking at this as kind of a must-have plugin is because this is the only variation swatches for WooCommerce that I found that has a lifetime deal. So for $49, you can get 20 sites. For $98, you can get 100 sites. And for just less than $150, you can get unlimited sites. So is it worth it? I'm going to include the link below for the lifetime deal. I really do think it is worth it because if we head over here to the settings, let's have a look. So the tooltip, the rounded shape or the square shape, and that would apply, for example, to the color swatch. So if that was the rounded shape, and we go and have a look at the website, and I go back to my polo, then you'll see how that the colors are now rounded. I prefer the square shape, but there you have it. You can quite easily change that to the shape that you want. And then we see there are a lot more pro options here. So we can once again shape style with check mark. Shape style will add a check mark icon. This automatically changes the drop downs to the button, so nothing for you to do, which is fantastic. Then you have the auto drop down to image, convert default drop downs to image type. So a lot of options there again. And then the product page attribute display limit. So that's the catalog mode for the attribute display. And of course, then we can also look at an attribute image. So when we looked here at the polo and we have the large, medium, small, we could also replace those with images if perhaps maybe there were prints that you could add to the particular item. Then you can also convert those to images. So if we were going to have a look at those attributes, what I'm going to do here is head over to the products, head over to attributes. And I'll show you just how easy it is then to change the type of attribute. So here we have the type, and you can select a color, an image, a button, or radio button. So if we wanted to, let's say, for example, and instead of clicking on size, we do need to click on edit. And when we click on edit, we can actually come in here and enable the type. again. So if we were going to make that an image, for example, and update, and now if I have a look at the page, you'll see here that we have these, obviously we have the missing images, and we'd like to put some images in there. So I'm going to head back to attributes here and back to attributes, and then I'm going to head over to size and configure terms. And what I'm going to do is just put an image into each of those. So quite easy now. I have this field where I can upload an image. So I'm just going to upload random images in here. And let's go one more back to size. So let's do small and upload, add an image, and quite easily then I'll make that the cap. So there we've uploaded the images, we update, head back to the website, refresh, and now you'll see that the sizes are represented by these images. And of course, we'd like to make some adjustments to the sizes there. So what we're going to do now, attribute image size, I think medium would be big enough. We can make the attributes bigger, so we could go with maybe 70. And what we can also do then is save those changes, head back. Now, being the free version, there are some limitations, but there you can start to see the idea with the image being used instead of the name or the label or the button. So you can include images then. And of course, when it comes to styling, there are quite a few things that you can do. So in the background, if you want to do a styling, we just head over to style. Unfortunately, though, when it comes to styling, the pro version is what's available when it comes to styling. So not much that we can do when it comes to styling. So in the free version, that's pretty much what you get. So that's if we wanted to change to the image size, to images. Then over here under advanced, we have clear on reselect. So clear selected attribute on select again. And some Ajax settings, not going to go into those too much. And then of course, then we have the archive shop view. And this is probably the biggest unlock in terms of features when it comes to the plugin. So with the full version available, then you get to see all of these swatches available on your page. Now, to see what that looks like, we can have a look at a demo version of the Pro version. And I'm not going to upgrade to Pro. But what I will do, though, is just go to their website, and then you'll be able to see the full demo in action. So here on their website is the variation swatches for WooCommerce. And you'll see that it's a pretty comprehensive set of options. And you can see here, you can set this up on the archive page. And there's lots of combinations that you can use of different items. Here we have different color selections, so a primary color and a secondary color, so even dual color version swatches. Then we have the image variation swatches. So here, the difference here is that we have, for example, here we have fabrics, so you can see what the fabric looks like. When it comes to just putting in a color, this is done with a color picker. So there you have the color picker, and then here you can actually choose a sample fabric, and of course you can adjust the size, which is really great if you want people to have a look. Then of course we have the radio button, rounded or square. So yeah, a lot of features, as you can see with this plugin, if you go for the lifetime deal as well, because here you can see it's $29 a year, $119 a year, or 100 sites or domains. And then with the lifetime deal, you can actually get that $199 yearly for $150, or for $100, just under $100, and for 20 sites for $49. So for less than that, you can get a lifetime deal on 20 sites. So That's a really, really good deal in my books. Now, there is a demo here. So if we go along here to this demo, you'll see that this is, a really good plugin, and you can see how the different attributes then are displayed on the website. So here you have the tooltip with an image. Now, we're not able to get that with the free version, but instead of now having to click through to the product, you can actually see what the item would look like in that color. And this is all done now on the archive view page. So here again, you can see the differences available, and here you can see this one is available in 2 color options, and all I need to do is click the swatch twice. So we have that, and also here you'll see that there's a price change, so $5 to $6. When I click on the red, $6, I click again and we're back to $5 or $6. Here we don't have the image, but we can change the color and see. Here again, we can see the different versions. So once again, a really great way to display your product information and give your customers a good look before they click through to make a purchase. So yeah, and because it's a lifetime deal, of course, you benefit then from not having to pay any annual license fees. And then over here, you can just see a selection of the swatches. So there we have the red, we have the blue. Now, this image will change if the variations are set up. Then we have some fabric samples, of course, large or medium. So if you put in the time to set up your variations and your swatches, then this can become quite a meaningful space for customers. And then, of course, makes the decision to purchase a lot easier because all the information is available at hand. So here you can see how quickly we can go with the red and the green, and that's in the medium. And if we click on small, quickly see what's available, what isn't available. So yeah, it really does what it says on the box. It works really well. So I would highly recommend using this particular plugin. So the name of the plugin again is the I'm going to call it up here, is the let's just get that going here. Is this one here, variation swatches for WooCommerce. And if you want to view the details, this is what you're looking for, and it's by Radius theme, already 10,000 plus active installs. And then there is a link below if you want to get the full version with the lifetime deal, which I think is a must-have in anybody's books who's building WooCommerce websites. And it's actually one of the few times that I've seen a lifetime deal on color swatches or variation plugins. So I hope you found that a little bit useful. Thank you for watching.